All right, so this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Astroneer. So I've had a couple questions about what happened to the big move. What happened with all that moving the video production base? Well, here's a video to show you what happened. All right, so here's my old video production base. You guys might have noticed this because it's pretty much in every one of my videos. Now, granted, this is a save file that's about a month old. I took this back up before the summer update. So it's actually even missing some stuff. I did the scrap strategy, so you're missing the whole scrapping station here. So there's a lot of things that are missing in this particular base right now, it being a month old. But you can see with what's here is just pallets of stuff laying around and things spread out all over the place. And what I would do is if I needed something, I would spin it up and I would find a place to record and just place it there and record the video and then get back to it later. And the next video, I'd look to see if I already had it or not. And if I didn't, chances are I'd just be thrown on the ground in some little corner somewhere. So not very efficient. While this looks incredibly messy, it was kind of like an organized mess. You know, think of it as a dirty room where you know where everything is, you know, until somebody cleans it up and then you're like, where did I put that? Well, that's this base. This is my dirty room. I know where everything is. And, but it wasn't really working. It wasn't as efficient. It was taking me a long time to set up for videos. So I decided to move the base. Now you remember I did a live stream on that and I packaged everything up. I think that stream was 2.5 hours long. And I got to the point where I did move about 90% of the base to the new location, which the new location is somewhere over yonder through these trees and hills and everything else. Somewhere in that direction, over there. And I still had to take even more time to move the remaining 10% over to the new base location. So ultimately, you know, it took me an additional 6 hours to move and set up my new base. And let me show you what that looks like. Here we are at the new base location. Now, I decided to pick a more scenic view. So we're over here by a gateway. And I wanted my base in a forest this time around. So I have my vehicles parked off to the side so I can easily get access to all my vehicles and or vehicle attachments. I have some additional, you know, large platforms laying around. You're going to see lighting all over the base. So the base has poles with some floodlights on it and batteries sitting on top. It's well lit up for the evening time, so I didn't have to worry about stopping my video production if it happened to get dark. I have my scrapping station, which I had in my scrap strategies video, set up over here. Everything is powered independently, so while all these platforms are relatively close together, none of them are really hooked together. In this case, this platform station is powered by the 4 RTGs here, and I can turn around and make scrap until my heart's content. I also have my launch facility, my trade platforms. If I want to trade for any resources I might need for a new video, some additional light to light that up in the evening time. Here's my chemistry lab area. All my chem lab stuff is set right here. I have 2 chemistry labs so I can pump out chemistry lab stuff. I have gases close by if I need them, and all of my storage is set in the center of the base so it's easily accessible. My atmospheric condensing station, which has all the gases I've gathered on other planets and here. It's also powered by a couple RTGs because they suck up a lot of power. And you also see oxygenators placed around the base because the base is a little bit spread out. Up here I have my landing station. This is a cool little landing pad. When you're coming in, you come in through the trees. It's really neat. You get the gateway off to the side. I thought I'd have a nice cool wreckage next to it. And just to remind you, don't crash. And down here I have my foundry, which is 3 smelting stations. So anything that I get off of a trip, I could just put in here and start processing. Again, another RTG and some oxygen powering it with some light lighting up the station. Up here we have my new shelter. I have some tools off to the side and any other colors that I might want to store in this particular area. This is great for people that are coming in and you know, need to grab something. I have my research facility, which I don't really need to research anything right now. because I have everything unlocked, but I'd like to stay on top of the bytes just in case a new item gets introduced in an update. I have the bytes to unlock it and start building it immediately. Keep a little Astronium laying around for little quick bites, and just another like central power station, power grid with some lights lighting up the shelter. One of the nice things about my new layout and design, my base is very drivable. So if I was going to pull in with a large load of resources, I can easily pull into the station, come back around, and drive right out again. I also started working on a new cave system. One of the other reasons to move was that the resources underneath my old production base were getting pretty used up. So I wanted to be close to new resources, new caves, new soil. So I have an oxygenator and an RTG. I might expand this out to 2 RTGs in case I need more power. And this was actually drilled out with a large rover and a drill mod. This is the beginning part of the cave. I haven't really done much with it, but I thought about making a very drivable cave system, extending this platform out and down into this natural entrance, making a nice ramp, and then having the vehicle drill the rest of it. And then also kind of doing this little circular concentric ramps down all the way to the center to make it nice and easy to drive in and out of. Here's my base in the evening time. And you can see each one of the stations is very well lit up. So if I'm working there, I have no problem with lighting in the evening time. I don't have to wait for the day cycle. You could see that any one of these stations is illuminated, and there's plenty of light to be able to work with. And there it is, my new video production base. All right, so that was my video on moving my video production base. Yes, it was a huge endeavor. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribers, please subscribe. We have a great community here. And if you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. We'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.